Fear takes form in the darkness. The darkness feeds off screams. Fear is the enemy of childhood wonderment, built on hopes and dreams. So remember, in the terror of night, to protect the child, protect the light. Try not to become unstitched.
Over 110 great pages of black and white comics, over 15 complete stories performed by over 24 creators, all contributors or listeners to the Indie Volt podcast. A square-bound graphic novel-sized book wrapped around 2 different front covers. This is a flip book with 2 different cover set options for you to choose from. All performed by a wide variety of talent from a wide variety of countries, all wanting to show you their potential and the power of what alternative and independent comics can have. And that's just the start. Stretch goals will add more stories to this book, making it literally as big as the backers can possibly make it, and heralding the return of Arrow Comics back to regular publishing greatness. This is not the time for alternative and independent comics to stand still. This is time to revolt. This is Indie Volt Revolt. Get yours today.
In a world where the powers of the ancient Greek gods live on through their ancestors, it is up to an intrepid team of heroes to foil the wicked plots of the Hybrid Engineering Corporation. Armed with new information concerning an ancient weapon fabled to have the power to kill a demon, Rev and the team split up to gather the shards and put an end to Azazel before it is too late. Little do they know, the Game Master is still pulling the strings. New characters, new threats, and tons of plot-driven action await you in the Killing Field Part 2.
What is up, everybody? How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Great to be here.
Good. Yeah. How was everybody's week so far? I mean, I know it's early. It's like Tuesday, so we normally take a break.
Busy. It's been busy.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it weird how busy it can get just on like a normal, like just normal week? It just can just be busy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Before we get started, I just want to say that Dutton's not going to be with us tonight. He's not feeling well. So if you have prayers, send him his way. If you have thoughts, send him his way. All those good vibes and all that good stuff. So make sure he feels that. But tonight we're starting a little bit early. It is, man, what time is it? 7:51. 7:51. So you might have seen this intro that went on here at the beginning. I'm launching a campaign tonight. So that's pretty exciting. But before we do that, go ahead. Let's go around and introduce ourselves a little bit. So most people here probably know who I am. But Todd, go ahead and tell them who you are and what you do and stuff like that.
Well, Todd's Truth. Have a YouTube channel, Todd's Truth. I'm a held many jobs. Computer tech, artist, writer. Yeah, doing that lately and still working doing scripts and stuff like that, and trying to get my own comic book going right now.
Oh, sweet! Tell me about that.
Cool.
Or do you want to talk about that?
A little bit I can talk about, but I don't want to give too much away. But it's character. I decided to go with the character I created back in, the 90s.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's one of my favorite characters I think I did, but I think he's the best one to start something with because he's a solo character. That way I can build up to bigger things if it goes that far. So I'm working on that right now, working on concept sketches and updating some of my drawings from the 90s. So,
oh man, that's awesome. Nick, now you're probably they've probably seen you in the chats before, but probably most people don't know you. Go ahead and talk about yourself for a second.
Okay, and no, yeah, it's a
4,
second.
5, or 6.
My name's Nick Tucker. I'm a freelance author, artist, sword master. I run something called the Historical Fencing Guild, where I've spent the last 20 years teaching people to sword fight as a way of building up their confidence and getting through trauma. I'm also a game designer on this little thing that maybe you guys have heard of, and I want to let Luke get and do all the big reveals, but I'm so excited. I'm kind of shaking on this chair right now. This is a huge night, a year coming. Yeah, I mean, there's a thing coming, and I'm the mechanic, man. I'm just the mechanic. Yeah. I make the motor run. You put all the pretty lines on this thing.
It's so important that that there's a mechanic there to make it run and make it work. So yeah. So in about 5 minutes or so, there's going to be an email that's going to go out to everyone that has signed up for the mailing list. We had 99 people sign up for our mailing list, and almost got 100. We had 99, and so but everyone that is currently on my mailing list is also going to get this link. But that's getting ready to go out. But let's before we get into that, Frog G says his wallet is ready. I love hearing that. Thank you, Frog G.
Yeah.
He says I have a spot on my list for you, Todd. Let me know when you get a mailing list up, and I'll spread the word. And we're all looking forward to seeing what Todd comes up with here. Jim O'Reilly's in the chat today. Hello. Jim is a fantastic artist and wonderful creator. And man, I like this guy. I think I thought I saw someone trying to cause beef with him the other day on the internet based on kind of who he was supporting and stuff like that. Here's the thing. You're allowed to have beef with whoever you want.
It's the internet.
Yeah. Have beef with whoever you want. But I don't have to be a part of all that. Like I don't have to get in there. So yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Politics become high school. I'm sorry. Oh, you don't like so and so.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't care. We're making comic books about people who punch monsters and stuff. Let's just stay in that lane and let people fight. I'm sorry.
Right. Right. Comic books should be fun, exactly. And that's kind of what we're trying to do is make comic books fun. So Justin is in the chat. Check him out. People can have beef with a side of rice. Yes, they can. Glad he's here. We got Piper here. So Piper is Piper. If you got that link, feel free to come in. If anyone is in the chat and they want to come in here, let me just go ahead and send that invite. We'll be happy to just have as many people in here tonight as wants to be. We're going to talk about how today is Star Wars Day and how that doesn't matter as much as it is Luke's launch day. So
yeah.
So feel free to go ahead and pop that. If I see you pop in, she's going to pop by in a few. Thanks. Okay. Frog G says, hey, Piper. Jim agrees with me. Of course. Why wouldn't you agree with me, right? Because I just echo the truth.
You do tend to be right.
Yeah. Yeah, we all hope that Justin starts to feel better. Rice. I do love rice. So here's an important topic. What is your favorite kind of rice?
Jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice. I agree. I love jasmine rice.
Yes. I'm trying to. What kind is the rice they make sushi out of? Because I love that sweet vinegar sticky rice.
That's just what I mean? Yeah, it's just a sticky rice. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So we're talking about the sticky rice, all that kind of stuff. And Justin his coworker brought food in and it had shellfish in it. So we're definitely praying that you are okay. That you don't have anything serious, that it just that it passes quickly. Andrew says it's just nice to watch a show every once in a while. I agree. And for the next few weeks, I'm going to be on a ton of shows, so that's going to be my new life for a minute. And then Justin says thanks, Frog G. So we have been able to go. What is my favorite kind of rice? I think all kind of rice, but I really prefer the brown rice. Like whenever I go to Chipotle or something like that, they always ask, hey, what kind of rice do you want? And I'm like, brown rice, black beans, and lots of them. I always ask for extra. I don't know. It's just kind of my thing.
Yeah. Well,
what a shellfish worker. Man, I love let the puns fly.
That was some Cindy Kep energy. I don't know if y'all.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
Dean says, greetings all. Dean, congratulations. What a fantastic campaign you guys ran with The Embrace, a beautiful looking book, but just a tremendous amount of success on that. And I'm so thankful and that you had what you had there. I really just congratulations, you guys. I really, really am excited for you.
Looks like that's gonna be a great book.
Yeah, it does. I think. And then Bob's in today. Hello, everyone. Tarks9. How's it going, guys? All right. So we are getting real close to launch. We have 1 minute to go. And so I'm going to do this thing where I hit this button. And then and then that way, so there's an email getting ready to go out. So we are not officially live yet. But we're getting there.
I'm afraid to hum what's going through my head. I don't want to get copyright strike.
Yeah, no copyright strikes. I got to refresh my page, guys. I got to sign in. I logged in so early today. So here's the thing. When you get ready to you try to go over all the bases, make sure that you haven't forgot anything, you haven't missed anything, that you've got everything in there that needs to be in there. And here we go. We should officially be live, and there should be an email that is going out right now to everyone who signed up on the mailing list. And so let the madness begin, right? So
There it is. I got my email.
You got the email, right?
Awesome.
It worked.
Yep.
Man, I love it when things work the way they're supposed to.
I turned all my notices off for this because I didn't want it pinging.
We got another Hail Frog. Frog is great. Frog is one of the best people I have met in the indie comics community. Now, I want to clarify. I normally say it's not a community; it's an industry, and it is. It's an industry, but within the industry, you'll find pockets of community where people just love comic books. They just love creators. They love supporting one another. They love the stories, they love the art, and those are little communities. The whole thing, when it comes to creators, that people that make the books, I don't always say that they're communities because they're not always.
Yeah.
But
Right.
And I'm sorry, I saw a comment go by that made me laugh.
yeah, we'll get to that. Hey, we got Jim O'Reilly in here. Jim, thanks for joining.
Look at this
us,
handsome
man.
bronze group. Look at this handsome group, gentlemen, right here. How you guys doing?
And me.
Well, we're doing pretty good.
Good.
Hey, Frog G, Justin Dutton. Nick looks like Elton John of board games. Yeah, Nick. I think that's an accurate description. Is that he's the Elton John of board games?
Oh God, I'm gonna be here. You ever hear something that comes up? It's gonna be chiseled on your gravestone as soon as it leaves somebody's lips.
Well, think about it. So Elton John, and here's the thing. But here's the thing: you can write your own lyrics. Okay, so Elton John never wrote his own lyrics.
Right.
But he wrote all the music.
Right.
That's
Right?
true. That's true.
So in this situation, I feel like we've got that's the kind of thing that we've got going on here.
You know when he plays
Absolutely.
board games? You know when Nick plays board games?
When-
Saturday.
Saturday. I love
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
That-
I run games with a tiny dancer.
Yes, that's some dad joke right there. That's high quality dad joke.
I love dad jokes. Dad jokes are the best kind of jokes. It was so great when I think probably my favorite thing to do is to make my daughter roll her eyes. Like, I will find ways to do that. And I'll say things and I know that it's like stuff that I would never really say in public, but it just I get that look that she'll be looking down at her phone and she goes, if I can get that look, it's all worth it, I'll find new ways. I just try to find new ways to do that. I just, it's kind of my thing, man. It's
Well, you know what they say, right? Behind every great man stands a woman, usually rolling her eyes.
Yes, that is. There is a great deal of truth in that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. My wife does that all the time.
Yep, same here.
Even with the
Oh, what are we looking at? Hybrid.
This is it. It's live. Oh, we've already
Wow.
got 180 going.
We've already
here,
got
man.
backers. Yes, please,
Wow,
guys.
thank you. 3 backers already.
Luke's doing amazing things, and I've been trying to be like quiet, but I can't because I'm too excited.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal, and this is, I was thinking how many people like put out, oh, this is issue 1 again to get people in, make them think they're getting in on something, and they're not. This really is the groundwork of, the ground floor of the best mythos I've seen, like the most exciting, not retold. It's just Luke's stories are coming from an angle we haven't seen, and it just blows my mind. And if I'm talking too much, I'll shut up. But
well, as long as you're talking like that, I'm not
good.
going to shut you up.
I mean, like I read a lot of comics, and you get tired of the mainstream crud where, oh, look, they're retelling the story. Yes, it is alive and it is thriving, and it's going to do better because of the people watching this right now. You're going to look down in your hearts and in your wallets and go, this is a great opportunity, and you're going to roll with it. And I am ecstatic because I want you guys to get the best comic that's out there right now. I'll say it.
Here's what I want to do. Let's just go over a couple of the finer points of this campaign for those that might be popping in and watching today. And then
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up? Richard Embry's joining us tonight. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Luke? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got Jim. Jim, have you and Richard met yet?
I don't believe so. Hi, Richard. How are you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Sorry you can't see my ugly face. That's for your benefit.
I'm sorry you can see mine.
I don't want Luke to lose some subscribers, Hey, listen, Luke, I have a favor. I have a favor to ask. Can you put the link in the chat?
I can, yeah.
This project? That'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We you need the private chat?
Yeah, you can do it in private. You can do both. I would put it both.
Yeah. I think I had it saved in there, but you know what I do silly things.
Put it on a billboard. Put it on buses.
Yeah.
Put it on some buttons out there. You
should run it as a banner along the bottom.
That's actually a really good idea.
What would I do without Jim?
I don't know, man. We're trying to get
freaking clue.
Thank you.
I don't know who the man behind the curtain is, but I dig him.
Richard owes me his kitten or kidney. I say kitten, kidney. I'll give you my cat before I give you my kidney. Yeah. Pocket money, Dutton. So mean.
There we go. Look, I'm just following the instructions, and it's working.
Yes.
Okay.
Rocket. I'm going to be all but tattooing that on the inside of my eyes when we're done with this broadcast. It's going everywhere.
Yeah.
But sorry.
So here's a couple of the finer points of this thing, guys. I'm doing something kind of weird. Most people they don't try to do this, but I'm offering free domestic shipping. So the price you pay, that's what you get, and I'm doing discounted international shipping. Since I'm covering the price of shipping for the United States. Whatever that would normally cost to ship it, I'm discounting that from the international backers. Yep. And then
it's funny you say that because I'm planning on doing the same thing too because it just seems more easier for the backers to not get hit with that surprise. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see how.
Yeah, I think it's all about. For me, it's all about the backers. It's all about the supporters those people are doing. I try not to hit them with those secret surprise things. I saw somebody's book the other day and I wanted to support it so bad. It was $15. I'm like, all right, it's probably gonna be $5 shipping. I can handle that. $20. Things are tight. And we'll get into why things are tight here in a minute when you start seeing some of the work we've been doing, paying for all this stuff up front. But I was like, man, this is gonna be awesome. I want to get a hold of this stuff and. It was like $10 shipping, so it was going to be $25 for a 32-page book, and I was like, man, I just can't do that, just cannot do that. So, but yeah, so we are offering some free discounted shipping. A couple cool things if you back. So tomorrow's my birthday. I turn 41 tomorrow. So if you back this project,
happy birthday.
Thank
Tomorrow's
you.
my wife's birthday too.
Oh, really?
Well, you guys are both born on Cinco de Mayo?
Yep, Cinco de Mayo. I'll tell you what, I never was a drinker, but and so we could just stop there. But I was never a drinker. But my 21st birthday was on Cinco de Mayo, so I went to this local Mexican restaurant that we had, and I was like, "Today's my birthday." They was like, "Hey, Cinco de Mayo, what can we bring you?" And I'm like, "I'll have a Pepsi." I'm living.
You're all what?
We're going crazy. Bring me that Pepsi.
Man, I bet you the bartender there wanted you out. Like, get them out.
Yeah,
we're not making money on that table. Get them out of here now.
What they didn't make in drinks, they made up. I made up for them burritos.
Oh, there you go.
My wife grew up in San Diego, so her parents used to tell her that all of San Diego was celebrating her birthday each year. Until she was old enough to realize, wait a minute, Cinco de Mayo.
Justin says he's seeing a whole lot more free domestic shipping. I think people are starting to go that way. And Tarx X9, wow, that's awesome. Thank you. You are welcome. In fact, I'll tell you what, it's because of supporters like Bob that made me decide that it was probably best to try to bring that cost down as much as I can. And I'm trying to find other ways too. Hopefully I'll be able to partner with printers that can do fulfillment in Canada, Europe, and Australia. Those are the three things that I'm trying to find, and hopefully by next year I'll be able to do that. And then Optimus Deadpool's in here. What's up? Hey man, thanks for joining us today. We're just having a little fun, taking a break, launching an Indiegogo. Just a typical Tuesday.
I prefer the shipping and handling that I received.
Yeah,
from you directly to me.
That was pretty good, right? It's like, here you go.
That's good. That's shipping and handling right there, man.
That really is shipping and handling. That guaranteed to get there safely. And,
yeah.
So I've said if we charge $25 with $10 shipping, I've always said the books need to be 48 pages at minimum, and that's true. I think they do need to be. If you're going to charge that kind of price, they need to be that's a minimum cost, I think, for them. So I'm trying to offer some value. So first thing, this if you back in the first I keep calling it first 24 hours, but it's not, because we're going to extend this all the way through Pacific time by end of day tomorrow. So if you do that, this will be a foil print, and everyone will get it. And it's not going to be like an add-on or anything else like that. We're just going to make this for whoever backs by the end of day on May 5th. So that's what we're going to do there. And then all physical backers get a new trading card. We got this one. Looks pretty cool. Art by me, colors by, I can't remember who did the colors. I'll remember though. So this campaign actually has 3 books. And so that's what I want to talk about for a second. The first thing that we've got is you can get this book for a digital for $5. But we've got a standard cover. It is 36 pages. That's not including the covers. So it's 36 pages of content for $15. Free shipping, domestic, discounted shipping, everywhere else. And but that also gives you all the stretch goals, and hopefully we'll hit a few of those tonight. But the other book that you can get, this is pretty cool, and this is where Nick comes in. So for a long time, every time I design a character or a world, I think of this as a role-playing game, and I've always wanted it to be a role-playing game. And so, we got Piper. Hello, Piper.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? You already done did
We're gonna move this around since we can't see Jim. We're bringing him to the bottom. There we go.
Oh.
All right. Even though that avatar is super awesome.
We love your blurry circle because it still looks better than me. You're winning.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I told you don't want to lose subscribers. If I show my face, they run. I'm telling you.
I haven't heard that about you though. I've heard that. I've heard.
I am.
I've heard.
Yeah. I'm so ugly. I make a train take a dirt road.
Oh.
No.
Hey-o.
Where's the drum roll?
That went over everybody's head.
No, it didn't.
So
it
just wasn't funny. Just wasn't funny, Jim.
It was funny. There's a knee slapper right there. I tell you
That's
what.
a knee slapper.
Nick, talk about the RPG, dude. Tell them how
Okay,
much I
okay.
this thing.
Okay, guys, I love hybrids, and I know I'm supposed to talk about the game, and I will. But you guys need to understand, I love this universe. I love the characters. I love the depth. And I met Luke through Brian K. Morris and a bunch of other great people. We got talking. I design RPGs. I design assorted tabletop games. And I got a chance to work with Luke on this. This game is amazing because I'm on this kind of one-man war to make games that are fun and simple and fast. You pick it up, you read it. Oh, look, somebody's got a hard print in case people got too specific in their questions. You know, you should be able to pick up a little book and read it and be like, hey, I could be a superhero. Roll some dice, eat some pizza, have a blast. That's what gaming is. That's what I don't know about you, but that's what got me into it. You know, that was the GURPS of the old days. I date back to the world's ugliest D&D. You know, but this game system is not. It's not just made to let you.
Would you call that the Jim O'Reilly of D&Ds?
Jim O'Reilly.
I'm sorry, buddy. You've been talking about how ugly you are.
I look at this in the mirror every day. I'm not used to making fun of other people's appearance, but like gaming should be fun and it shouldn't be excessively expensive. And I mean, we want your money. Don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't be like $50 to play a game. That's insane. So what we did is we made this wonderful system. And instead of the whole, I have to play this. And yeah, the quick play, it gives you some idea. This puts you into the world. You, the player, can be set up, have the same stats. You can reach out, and if you bump into Trashman, you can look at Trashman's sheets and know exactly what he can and can't do. And there can be interaction. And it's parsed out where you get right into it, and it lets you be part of it. Because, like, the universe isn't exclusive,
I think I hurt Jim's feelings. He left.
Oh,
I'm
no. Sorry, Jim. I usually have that effect on women, but I'm going to keep rolling because there's stuff to sell. No, but seriously, guys, this is no. I wear the brightest Hawaiian shirts I can find because the world is a dark place. I make games that are fun. That's what this is. A chance where you can get into the world and you can fight bad guys and do good things and just have fun and explore this universe. And I've been able to, with Luke, lay down the groundworks for things that are coming. And it's just going to be great. So I really hope you guys can give this game a chance because you're going to enjoy it. And it's going to be sort of the stepping stone into a whole world that's being built. And I'm honored that Luke let me get in on it. And I'm just so excited for every one of you who's going to pick that up and go, wow, this is fun.
We got Jim. That is not an ugly man right there.
Yeah.
I broke my own camera. What are you talking about? That's what just happened. So
I'll tell you,
my avatar.
Jim, you are a fantastic artist, a great guy. I really appreciate you being here, and I really do.
I don't know.
So Nick is trying to sell this book. But honestly, it's really good. I love it. We've played this game. We've got that's the second book that's in on this campaign. And then there's a third book. And someone tried to call me a grifter for this, but I'm not, man. Check this out. Here's the thing. I've been asked for the last 5 years. Well, no, not 5 years, because that's how long ago I was making this book. For the last 2 years, if I would ever reconsider going back and redoing issue 1. Because I drew it so long ago, I've gotten so much better. There's things. It was only 20 pages because that's all we can afford to print at the time and to publish. I always wanted it to be longer, and I've always gotten that question: would you do it? And it's always been consistently. I want to keep making more books for the fans. For anybody who's reading the books already. I don't want to go back and re-release a book when I could make. When I want to tell more story. I still have more story to tell. Well, I got hooked up with Arrow Comics, and this book is actually going to be hitting retail shelves in August. So there will be some major announcements about 2 weeks before where you can find these books. And part of that process was I wanted strangers to pick up the book and be like, wow, this is really cool. So I worked with Piper to really just redo this whole thing. So about 80+% of this book has been redone. We extended scenes, we fixed some scenes, we added new scenes. I mean, we took scenes that had been cut and put them back in. And it was still missing a little something. And then Piper, worked her magic. And she makes it she just kind of brought it to the next level with that. So it was really cool. And then at the end of the book, we're putting in a brand new story that Piper and I technically were co-creating it because it's part of her world, part of mine. She's the primary writer, and it's called Rift Writers. And we've got an artist named Martha Schwartz who's doing the art on it. And then we have some colored pages that I'll show you here in a bit. But that's all part of this 32 page remaster is what I'm calling it, the remaster fan edition. It's going to have a nice special holofoil cover on it. We're only doing 100 of these because I don't want to shoot the release in August in the foot. So it will have a different cover and all that kind of stuff. So you'll be able to go and pick these up in the stores. And I will encourage you when we have the full list of where to get them, that you'll be able to go and pick these up and support those. But in the meantime, for all of those fans that want to get it now, we're offering this. It was very expensive to redo this issue, which is why, it's part of the reason why I've been eating ramen. So, but here is let me give you a peek of what is. So these are pages from the inside of issue 7, part 2 of The Killing Field. And here are pages from the remaster. As you can see, we had to try to go back and match a little bit of what we did before. But I feel like we did a good job. And here's one of the scenes that Piper wrote, basically. She's like, hey, you should do this. And then I wrote it and we drew it. But here's what I want to show you. And I'm only going to show one page. But this is a story called Rift Riders. And it is about a group of kind of interdimensional time traveling goofballs who just want to have a good time. But they are something happens and they are lunged into a new adventure that Piper will tell us about. Do you have anything you want to say about this story, Piper?
I'm always so scared of giving away spoilers, but this isn't gonna be it should be fun, but still have like a serious plot to get into.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about the direction of the development of the characters. So in the first one, you get to meet them and you get to see what adventure they're going to end up running into that's going to take them a while to sort out. But that's how you will see the characters grow and get to know more about them.
Yeah, I like it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's kind of the first all ages thing that I've ever done or been part of. But I was very specific. I was like, I want to do something all ages because I think it's important that you have books and content for new readers, for people that are just kind of joining comics. And so that's what I'm kind of excited about, to be honest. And it couldn't partner with a better creative person than Piper on this one. She's been fantastic. She's taken over. She took over editing for issue 6. I mean, it was seamless. It was like a seamless transition and definitely worked out really well. So
you're just being nice because I'm right here, huh? No, I'm kidding.
No. Maybe a little.
You should have heard him before he came in.
You're being nice right now, and then when I have to go, it'll be like, man, Piper, man,
freaking Piper.
She's a pain.
Busting my chops. All right. So here's something cool that I just was able to add today.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this until today.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, no one did. Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that we could do it. So this is a test print of what will be a 4-inch action figure of Trashman.
Cool.
We will have a production model of this, and they will be hand painted. We're going to do 20 of them. They will be hand painted and packaged in collector's packaging, and I will number the bottoms of them so that we know that they are, so that there's going to be something very special about them. We'll have a production model that will be kind of the standard, but we're going to do something special with these. This is going to be available. There's only 20 of them. 10 are going to be available in the completist pack. So the completist pack is $150. You can get basically it's everything that we've got. You can get that, and then it's going to include the action figure, and then 10 of them are set aside for add-ons, so you can do the add-on with these as well. So these are really cool. I'm pretty excited. This is not the production model. This is just so I can show like what we've got, because the gentleman stayed up last night until like 5 o'clock making sure to get this printed so we can add it in as a perk. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
So I had to work out some different details about the model and stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty excited about it. Looks,
so will he be like a somewhat posable action figure, or like a like a statue almost?
I don't know if you can see in the picture, there's a joint at the head, a joint at the shoulders, and a joint at the waist. So somewhat posable. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure because I could see the shoulder joints, but then I was like, but I don't know if he has any other ones. All right.
Yeah. Not fully posable because that's really hard to machine. And it wasn't something that I was going to be able to pull off. So, but in the future, I want to do a 6-inch fully posable action figure. So that's kind of a goal. But right now, these are kind of this is our step in to start with. The add-ons will be $30 free US shipping. So I know it's kind of, a little expensive, but they're very rare, and we're getting a very small run of them done. They'll be included in the completist pack. So for $150, you get all of those books, and then I'll go over that here in a second. But we got a few people here in the chat. Let's say, hail everyone. Congrats on the launch. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's Phoenix Animation. If we hit one of our stretch goals, I think it's 175 backers, we will add a metal trading card. And that metal trading card will be produced by our good friend, Phoenix Animation. And then Frog G says, hey. Hey, Frog G. A lot of love going on in the chats. I love it when that happens. Thanks again, Frog G. See, look at that. Just happy people. It's great to see that, isn't it? So, yeah, that's what we're doing there. So we got some cool stuff happening. We've got the black cover again for this issue. We've got a special pack where you can get let's just kind of go up here. Oh, there's something I really want to show you guys. Check this out. Piper, do you like cosplay?
Indeed, I do.
I know. That's why I asked that question. See, I like to ask questions I already know the answer to.
The ears were not a hint.
Yeah,
right?
It works out. Yeah. Look all that stuff we could go on.
I know.
So there's the completist pack. It is there's it's $150. You get you get a couple of cool things you get with this. You get the remaster. You get the black cover, which is also a limited print number. I'm doing a limited number of sketch covers, and that sketch cover is not just going to be the front, but it's going to be a wraparound sketch cover. So you can open it up. It's going to be really cool. And so I'm going to ink those and make those really nice. I'm going to spend some time on those for them. You get a copy of the role-playing game. You get issue 7. You get both cover A and cover B. And the only tier that it's available in outside of an add-on is we decided to do a virgin cover of cover A. So that's available. Then you get a sketch card, and you also get we've got Fuji. Mount Fuji is our chibi this time around, and you get the action figure. So you get all of that stuff for $150, free US shipping, which is pretty good. But the other cool thing here is if you're into cosplay, we decided to make 2 cosplay packs.
And I really, really want to do the chlorine one because I already have like the makeup and the wig for it and everything.
Oh, you do? That's awesome. So yeah, I was able to design the tights and the shirt, which is a rash guard shirt, and then the tights the same material for both Ion and Chlorine, which I think it was really cool. And I've never done this before, and I'm always looking for like interesting things to add into a campaign. It's like, what can I do that other people haven't done or is just kind of unique. And so I thought those were pretty unique. And so for $130, you can get the full set, the pants and shirts, plus you get cover A of the book, and you get the role-playing game. Because here's what I'm thinking. If you like to cosplay, you might also like to role-play.
It's true for me.
It makes sense.
Mhm.
That's right. So that's what I think. So that's what we got going. Yeah. So that's kind of what we've got happening here.
Can you bring up a good picture of that black cover, please? Because that black cover is one of the sexiest things I've seen in comics, period. And I know it's been talked about before, but good heavens, that's just so cool.
Yeah, I've got so much stuff on this campaign. I was like, I can't believe how much stuff I've got going on here.
That just...
Yeah, the first one
I have the first one. Yeah, with the black covers. It is so cool. Even in your hands, it's like it's neat.
It feels good, doesn't it? It just feels right. Yeah, and so
if you hold it up to the sun, I love the way it reflects when the sunlight hits it.
Yeah,
it looks so cool.
And I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. Just
this
done.
This one has Link on the cover where the other one had Bone. I'm still working on okay, who are the other two covers going to be? Because I'm doing one for each book in this arc, and so there's four issues in the Killing Field arc. So I haven't quite decided who the other two are going to be yet, but I knew I wanted to do Bone and Link. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I like the shading on this one a lot. So if you can see that, it looks real. His expressive face.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, he's a young guy who has so much knowledge that it furrows that brow. He gets it. He gets it. So yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That is. It's just I am staggered by how much raw, awesome material that you've put out. See, that's what we want to see
already. 490. Thank you so much.
That's beautiful. That's what we want to see. Because this is it's so exciting. I'm sorry.
We like that. And it's really cool because with the role playing game, with all those other things, it's I'm pretty excited about it. It's a big campaign. It's a big campaign where it is a flexible goal, but we're looking at $3,200 that we need for this. And obviously, we'll be able to do more the more money we can bring in. And so hopefully we can bring it past that goal and hit some of those stretch goals. I think the first is at 75 backers. We're going to do a PDF pack for a bunch of indie comics that I love. And so everyone's going to get a PDF pack of these great comics. And then at 100 backers, everyone gets a patch that is the Chibi chlorine the sticker we did. So we're going to iron-on patch of Chibi chlorine. So everybody gets that. So it's going to be it's real cute. And then,
cool.
Then 100 and I'll have to look at them and figure out what they are.
Do you have those up, like your stretch goals?
I have them listed in the campaign, so people can go down.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't even think to scroll through your campaign, man. I just freaking went to what I wanted and was like, "Here we go, there it is." This is mine.
Same thing.
Yeah.
There it is.
And it's like it's so far down.
Obviously, first day stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, obviously we're shipping in Gemini mailers, and so there's all that kind of stuff. And okay, it's past the perks. Okay, let's go past the perks. Where are they at? Where are you at? All right, there they are. There are the stretch goals. 75 backers, currently locked. It's an indie PDF library. Chlorine Chibi at 100 backers. That's a physical one, so only physical backers will get that. Metal trading card at 150 backers. At 175 backers, we're going to add 8 more pages into the book. So we'll add 8 more pages into the book, and then at 200 backers, we're going to send out hybrids pogs. So everybody will get some hybrids pogs in their package.
Pogs.
So,
Wow.
Let's bring that back, you guys.
I haven't
So-
heard about those in years. Wow.
Right?
Right?
Pop
So-
was such a wholesome fad that lasted a whole week. Like,
Yeah, well,
We can have.
I'm retro. If anybody has read the book, they know it's like I've got a love for like the '90s team books. Kind of that, kind of stuff. So I try to bring some of that stuff into my campaigns and have some fun with it. But so that's our stretch goal. So I really, I'm really, really hoping for the 100 backers so that everyone gets that patch. And then for the 150, because then everyone will get a metal trading card printed by our good friend Phoenix Animation, which is awesome. And then obviously, more content in the books is always good. So we've got an extra few pages that we want to throw in there and some cool stuff. So looking forward to that. But so today, while we're talking, since we're done with that, I'll have another stream. So we'll be closing down probably a little bit before 9:00 tonight. But let's kind of just chill and talk a little bit. So today is Star Wars Day.
Yes, it is.
Did anyone do anything special for Star Wars Day?
I wore my Star Wars shirt. That was about it.
Oh, well, what was it? I did nothing.
Yeah.
I worked,
Well,
and then I went to the pool.
It's launch day.
It is launch day, and here's the really cool thing is that it is finally starting to feel like Florida. In Florida. So we've had a couple of 80, 90 degree days, and this dude went to the pool today. And
I hate you.
Finally.
I'm sorry, that came from the
Orlando's
bottom of my
had those
soul.
since March.
I know, right?
It's
We've had
been
the 80,
2
90
years
degree
since
days
I've been
already.
swimming.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We don't want
Indiana
summer to
hates-
come here. We don't want summer. We want winter to stay here. Florida sucks in the summer.
I was about to say some big rain is supposed to be hitting around there soon.
We had a storm the other day that went all day long, and it filled my pool up to the top.
Was your pool empty?
Well, that's cheaper than paying for it.
No, it wasn't empty, and it like filled it all the way to. It was down about 5 inches, and it filled the pool all the way to the top where it was level with the tile. So I was looking out there going, that pool's gonna flood. That pool's gonna flood.
We had snow like a week ago, so I'm sorry. I don't really.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know?
They've got snow in Indiana. We've got we're hanging out in the pool down here. It's getting ready to get into the rainy season. I always love it that people like, oh man, I want to go to Florida for the summer, go to vacation, and then they complain that it rains. It's like that's when it rains here. It's
and Florida and Louisiana, man.
best time to visit here is
wet.
like October. It's great in October.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tell people October through April, and then we leave in the summer.
Where are you going? I don't know. Canada? Somewhere cold?
Anywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere that's not tropical like
Nova
here.
Scotia?
I think I'm the only person that lives in California. So when people talk about weather, I just sit in the corner and just enjoy the
where
good
you at?
weather.
I used to live in California.
I'm in the Inland Empire.
Okay.
So it's like 30 minutes from LA.
Yeah,
Like
Victorville,
20
Apple Valley, all those areas.
like Riverside area.
Oh, Riverside. Okay.
Yeah. So
Dude, that's
I mean,
that's what I liked when I lived in California. It was like my favorite temperature all year round. Like there were no
Yeah.
seasons. It was just 70 all the time.
yeah, pretty much. It's out here it gets up to like 90, and then when it gets really cold, it's like 90 to 40.
Yeah.
During the summer it's like 110, but you look and people in Arizona or Texas, they're like at 112, 120 and stuff. So
The
We're still
benefit
spoiled.
is dry heat versus humid heat because
Yeah.
I can handle the
Yeah.
100s when it is
yeah.
dry heat like Arizona and parts of Texas.
yeah,
But if you're
Yeah.
closer to the coast, then even 80 feels awful.
yeah. It's more dry, and then the more you go into like Riverside area, it gets
Yeah.
more even more dry. So
All right.
It's all
So
right.
so it's summer. We're starting to get
Yes.
nice weather.
mhm.
People are getting the shots, so things are starting to open back up. Things are getting back to normal. comic book shops doing signings or Comic Cons, trade shows. I just did we did a grand opening at a comic book store in Orlando called The Collective. You've been there, Todd.
Yeah, it was a really nice store.
Yeah. Well, they just had their grand opening. They had tons of people.
Oh, okay.
They had 13 different creators that were there promoting 2 different books. Like one of them was an exclusive to the store. They did this thing called the Collective Initiative, where it's kind of a bunch of little mini stories by different creators and kind of like a single issue anthology. Really cool book. Just really cool stuff. And so let me ask you guys. Are you ready to get back into cons? Are you going to?
Oh, yeah.
What's your plans? What kind of precautions are you going to take?
Well, it's nice here in Florida. I don't know if you heard, Luke, that yesterday DeSantis removed all COVID-19 restrictions now. No masks, no distancing, nothing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nice.
We are near herd immunity here. Like we are, it's DeSantis.
Yeah, I want to go to MegaCon. What was that?
I said I think DeSantis did a pretty good job. I mean, we have not felt as as much of this stuff as we thought we were going.
Right.
But
yeah.
Man, look at this art, dude. Jim.
Wow, look at that. That looks awesome.
Man, that's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Dude, you're a special kind of guy, aren't you?
That's what my wife keeps telling me.
Like, and usually that
Being that it's a wife, it's usually followed with a sarcastic tone.
Yeah.
Or a shoe flying.
yeah, exactly.
Man, that's gorgeous work.
Thanks.
Dude.
Thanks. Thank you. It's getting there slowly but painfully.
Well, look, going back to what you were talking about the Comic Cons, it's like for me, it's going to be hard because it's going to be hard to pay $200 for a table when I can just do an Indiegogo, and
yeah.
But it's weird. Maybe I could see myself going as a fan to buy some back issues or some key issues and stuff, but as far as like tabling, that's gonna be different because
there's no joke. So, I've been sent a couple of invitations to these things of some of the shows that are coming back. They're coming back, and the table fees have gone up.
Yeah, they're trying to make up for the couple of that they missed. It might be 2, it might be 1 or whatever the convention missed. They're going to try to capitalize on that.
Yeah, it's.
Well, here we have MegaCon, and the only one that missed for that was 2020 because they had already. I went to the 2019 one.
Yeah.
So 2020 was the only one that they missed because of the shutdown.
Another thing too. So the table prices went up, but they're not going to have max capacity like they would before. So now you're competing with less capacity, higher table prices, and then you also have a outlet like Indiegogo that you can get your book funded and get it out there and overprint and have a website and have it ready to go. So it's really, like when I was doing tables, it was like the only option because I was like, damn, I don't have a big enough fan base, or to build a big enough fan base to get in front of these people. So like WonderCon was an amazing option. It's like, okay, I could buy this table, get in front of all these people, break even, but at least I got my book printed. And but now it's the game's changed. It's COVID kind of changed the game.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Anybody else? Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like,
I just got the invite from ReadPop for to fill out all the applications for like New York Comic Con, all that jazz. But I think I'm just skipping this year and just gonna wait until next year because I'm launching late in August anyway. So I'll just get the book ready and then next year, once things are even, hopefully we reach the herd immunity and things are even better, I'll go. But in terms of shows, man, I only do it part-time, so I got to really select deliberately what shows, and it's going to be even harder this year to judge because we missed an entire year.
Yeah.
I do love Baltimore Comic Con. Like I'm a huge fan of Baltimore. I've gone, for the last, like 3 or 4 years. and I actually have a credit because they credited me for the table because the whole lockdown happened just prior to the show. So, but I think I'm going to ask them to extend it. I just want to wait a year, and like I said, now doing everything part time is just more of a challenge for me.
So I always find that I do pretty good once I get out in front of a crowd. I don't know that these big. So, like, what do you guys think between these? I've got this theory that the big cons where they've got the big talent, it's not so good for me as an indie creator. I like the smaller shows, the smaller one-day shows. It's mostly toys and collectibles and stuff like that. I feel like as a comic book guy who's got my 7 books, 8 if you count, 9 if you count all the other books that I'm a part of, up on my table, like I feel like people like it's like a rock star there. They're like, oh, I want that book and that book and that book. I feel like I sell way better at those than I do if I'm here to like get the voice talents autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was doing shows, that was the biggest challenge for me. It was like competing with all the Marvel and DC guys. And I always did, like you said, better at the smaller local shows. And, it's because you're like the indie guy. And
yeah.
So, yeah.
I think another good question is how's it going to work out for, like states like Florida, Texas, South Dakota, some of the others who have fully reopened compared to the other states that haven't. How is, are some of those artists going to think about coming over here to Florida or Texas or stuff for these conventions because their states haven't even reopened yet, or they're still in, some form of lockdown and they can't go out to them?
That's a good point. Real quick in the chats, we got Pops is here. Now it's CromCon.
Hey, Pops.
What's up?
So Pops is here. Nice to see you, Pops. We've got the splintering in. Good evening, Luke.
Hail splintering.
Hail chat. Hail splintering. So good to see you. I need to start writing for them again if they'll have me. Hail Pops, hail chat. Look,
well,
I love
after
it.
The success you're going to have, everybody's going to want you. Like after this, it's just going to launch you. I believe in grabbing the universe. This is how it's going to be.
Here's what I got to say about Nick. Nick is an encourager. Like Nick encourages me. Like I pray everybody can find a Nick to put in their corner. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
It's as long as he's not an enabler.
No. See, the other half of, as much as I build people up, I will call them on their stuff.
There you go.
There you go.
Unfortunately, because I like to inflate, but I got that needle there for the ego that needs it too.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
That's how it is, man. The whole universe is only made of 2 things: carrots and sharp sticks. That's what my dad taught me growing up. Like everything is either a carrot or a sharp stick, and you just got to keep that balance, man. And this whole hybrids thing, this is a big carrot, and I am a fat bunny, and I'm happy. A fat man knows how to eat. You know what I'm saying? I am digging this whole thing. I'm going to ride it as long as I can, and when it goes, I'm going to remember it fondly. That's like my whole view on this. But yeah, this is great. They're great people. This great project. This like the spirit of like what I see when I watch these streams. You guys aren't cutting into each other. You get people who are creating, right? You're both creating, and theoretically you're competing, but really you're not. It's not that way. It's not that whole cutthroat scene. And I've seen that in the games, guys. I've been putting out games and stuff for a long time. And like some of those small game designers, I love them. They may not love me, but I love them. And they'll shank you, like prison style, because that's how it gets.
Don't be. Please do not be deceived. There are definitely some of those types in the indie comics industry, not community. I
have seen that. I've seen that recently, and I can say that without naming names because I'm a good person. But like when I see the orbit around like people like Luke, you have people like Luke who are tent poles. You know what I mean? Like they hold up their end of the world, and everybody around them is better for being there. That's why I was so eager to get in on this. Before I even got to read higher than you found it.
It really is.
But, what?
Said it's all about leaving the wood pile higher than you found it.
Exactly.
Justin says that Jimmy Palmiotti has has mentioned that he won't sign anyone's books that's not wearing a mask. So something like that could move some people to the smaller tables, and let's hope so.
Wow.
You know,
What a moron.
like
Jimmy,
I got
that's so nice of him.
my second one, but
That's so nice of him.
That's so nice.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
Oh, but
Making it
I
positive.
agree that I wanted to break into comics for a long, long time, writing or drawing, preferably both. And everything looked so cutthroat whenever I would look into it.
Yeah.
Until more recently, I guess I found like the right indie area to hang out where other people are excited for each other's success, not like bitter and crap. Like, because in like the Indiegogo indies, the way I see it is somebody else's success is helping pave the way for other people. It's getting the entire concept noticed. Like Figaro getting on the news. That's getting people to look at Indiegogo. Like,
yeah, that was awesome.
Right, awesome for him. And I'm like, but it's also awesome for us.
It is
Like, not
it
just
is.
because we like the guy, but because he's mentioning crowdfunding comics to subvert the big guys that won't let the little guys in that have just as much talent, if not more so, and all that crap. That's getting more people to look at all of our comics and start paying attention.
So like God's Hand, the success with that, Justice City Chronicles, The Company Men, The Embrace. You know, when you start looking at all these books that are doing, and you know, some of these books are doing 9K, 10K, 12K, 14. You know, they're doing a lot of money on these things. I don't see that as like, oh man, they're taking away customers from me. No, I don't see that at all. You know, I'm like, man, these guys are, you know, we all know there's money to go around when people are making quality books. It makes me excited about the industry. The future of indie comics is, I think, right here in our midst, and we're going to see the next big thing come out, you know?
And there's a genre in indie comics for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you like, whatever your genre is preferred, you can find it. There's like everything right now. It's really awesome to see this much talent coming together and doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know, a couple of weeks ago on this show, we talked about how manga was doing so well in Japan versus American comics. It was like 15 million or billion, whatever. Justin would know. He was the one that brought it up. Versus like 1.4 or something like that here. And the reason that we kind of decided that it was so successful was because manga has something for everybody, and it's mainstream. Right. But if you look at mainstream comics here, it's not for everyone.
It's also cultural too in Japan. You got to understand that like manga aren't meant to be kept or collected. They're meant to be just read and thrown away. It's ingrained in the culture. It's kind of, you can't really compare that. It's really hard to compare the sales of manga, because like a grandma could, you know, be looking at a manga and following a manga, and it's not like, you know, here in the United States, like it's different. It's not the same, you know. I don't think it's really comparable. It's really ingrained in the culture. You know?
But I do feel like in indie comics, there is something for everyone. So whether you're a collector or a reader, a consumer or a collector, there is something for you in that. Like, so when you go into man, that looks so good.
Dude.
That is an awesome looking Galactus right there. Wow.
Wow, thank you,
dude. I can't wait for you to free up so I can get that cover from you.
Well, I was gonna say wait until the end, but you know, since you brought it up. Luke, I want to help out your campaign if I can. You know, so
please.
What I'd like to
there's
do
an
is
awesome looking Embrace cover too.
I was gonna say I see an Embrace cover.
Yeah,
that's the Embrace cover I backed.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Odin was telling me it was their most popular cover.
Yep.
What I'd like to do is like offer to do like some type of art for a backer. So if you want to like create some type of tier where I'll draw their favorite hybrid character for them, you know what I mean? If they have like a favorite hybrid, but and make it like a, you know, a tier where it'll help the campaign a little bit long, you know, a little bit more along. You know, no charge to you. I'll just do it to help out your project. You know, so just hit me up in private.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
You have my email.
Cool.
You have my email?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Just email me, and we can work out the particulars and stuff like that. So.
Oh man, that's awesome. So yeah, somebody's gonna get some sweet Jim O'Reilly art.
Since
So,
I
like-
don't think anybody else would want that, I'll volunteer to take that hit for you.
We're getting close to time to have to wrap up, so let's go through some of these chats here. And so the Splintering says some kid's gonna come to his table and he won't sign the book. Talking about Jimmy, yeah, that's you won't get that. You might get that from one Jim, but definitely not the O'Reilly Jim. So
No, absolutely no.
that's not gonna happen there. And then Comics Talk Pops Van Zant says I collect books. There has to be a book for me to collect. Oh, yeah, there is. Justin Dutton was saying they aren't doing Teddy books. I'm good. The Good Night is is the closest competitor, and they go R-rated compared to all ages. That's true. So here's the numbers: 1.3 billion to 3.5 billion in manga. Demon Slayer title by itself sold 100 million copies. Wow. Do we have a?
And the nice thing about the Japanese is they don't do any of the political BS.
True.
No, they just write freaking stories. They
Yep.
just their imagination to paper.
Yeah.
And the manga stores in Japan, I've been to the ones in Tokyo. I walked into some to check them out. They are huge, and they would
like, have to be
amazing. It's like an entire Barnes and Noble store, but it's all manga.
Yep.
Wow.
It was
stories are
amazing.
finite. The stories are pretty much finite. Like they'll end a story, and that's it.
That's what I love about
Yep.
manga. If there's the
It's
story has a
art.
beginning and an end.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I like what Pop says here. He wants that first print #1 of all these killer books. Some of you guys might blow up. I was at the event this last Saturday. I was sitting next to Chuck Pino, my former editor, good friend of mine. He was there, and I was hearing him talk to someone. He was like, he's like, and Chuck, he's got his energy. He's like always like whatever you see him online, that's Chuck. Like he's just super happy, and he just loves comics and loves doing what he's doing. Right. So he's like, people keep saying they want that Ninja Turtles #1, and I tell him it's in here. It's in here. He's like, one of these guys is got the next big thing. It's the next Ninja Turtles, and he had a great point that in the midst of all of these books that you see crowdfunding, that you see on these indie tables and the artist alleys, one of these books is going to make it. Buy it and read it and find out. That's the thing. I hate it when people buy it and don't read it. Buy it, read it, find out, because one of these is going to hit. One of them is going to make it. Matt sees that's some nice art. Yes, it is some nice art. Hey, Matt. Hi, Matt. This is from Mojo Rising, the origin, right?
Yes. This is from Mojo Rising, the origin.
Man, this just is some beautiful artwork, man.
That is.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I'll be launching in August on Kickstarter, so through Third Empire. Right now, people can go to Kickstarter and look for the Mojo Rising Book 2, Book of Souls. I'm doing like the backstory of Mojo, how he got his powers, the whole 9 yards. So, but this is not about Mojo. This is about, you can take my art off, man. Really, this is about put up your campaign. Let's see where you're at.
I want to see. I'm curious.
Let's find out. Let's find out where we are.
We're all rooting for you.
Let's do a little refresh. And we are at $560 with 15 backers so far. And that's in the first, 40, 50 minutes, man, first hour. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We're working really hard to make sure that we bring you a tremendous product this time around. We've worked really hard. This is some of the best art, some of the best writing, a lot of great input from Piper. I think Piper and I have really hit our stride with each other, and so we're creating some really good stuff. Whatever Hybrids was before, I feel like it's kind of leveled up, and we're really excited about it. And so thank you guys for the support with that. And
so Piper, what are you writing and drawing some of the book, or I know you did the remastered stuff. Are you doing stuff on the latest one?
I am editing and then co-writing the Rift Writers, kind of like a mini story that'll be going along in the back.
Cool.
All right. Well,
one day I want to be drawing some comics. I need to get back into practice, so I haven't drawn in a long time.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to be drawn into comics for a second.
Oh, I would love that too.
We can do that. I've been bored.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh, look at that!
There you go. I mean, we can do that. I'm
Hold
sorry.
on, let me here. I'm
person,
going to
I
enlarge you
sketched
there.
with-
Hold on. Show that again.
Shut it up.
What? Oh,
Show
okay.
it
I
one
got
more time.
bored while
Look
she
at that.
was. Well, I mean,
oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
just-
Wow.
That's good, dude.
I love that.
You've gotten a lot better. You've gotten a whole lot better.
Well,
man.
Dude, capture
what
that
they-
and scan it or something. I want to make it a profile picture.
I'll get you a picture.
Oh,
once I erase the
that'd be a
lines
cool
and stuff.
profile picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it on my
Oh.
website too. As soon as I
Alright.
figure out what is wrong with my fan art gallery.
All right,
Thanks a lot,
guys.
Nick.
I've
Now
got
gotta break all my
another
crayons and
stream
go
in
cry
2
in the corner.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
I've got another stream in 2 minutes, so I'm gonna have to pop out of here. I want to thank everybody for joining us for this launch party. Thank you, Todd, for being here, Nick for being here, Piper, Richard, and Jim. Thank you all for joining us. Thank everybody for who's backed.
So,
Don't forget to go by and here. I'll just pop that link in the chat one last time. You can go
tell
there.
everybody where you're going to be next.
I'm going to be over on Indie Volt. You can find that on the Indie Volt radio. You can find indievolt.com. You can find that at Indie Volt on YouTube. So I'm going to be over there for the next 2 hours, hanging out and chilling the book a little bit and talking some nonsense. So if you're not doing anything, go on over there and check that out. The chats are always funny. We've got Varian Grant hosts that with Randy Zimmerman will be over there as well, and he is my my new publisher. So pretty excited to for this launch night.
Cool.
It's a good night. It's a good night. So
Great
all right,
night,
well,
great night.
thanks everybody for joining us, and we will catch you next time. See ya.
Good night.
Bye.